We have an absolute banger today, guys. It's gonna be a video on customer results. Now, before you click away, I know you probably clicked on the video because the title is slightly different than customer results. However, whatever the title says, it's only gonna be achieved by virtue of getting your customers the best results you possibly can, okay? If I titled this video, how to get customer results, how to build a product that your customers want, it probably won't get that many views because I don't know why, but not many people care about getting customer results. However, I can promise you right now, I guarantee the only way you'll be able to get to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 a month is by getting better customer results than the next person, is by getting better customer results than your competition, right? That's the only way you'll be able to scale. Yes, you may be able to have the odd big month if you can't get your customers results, but guess what? As soon as you have that big month, you're gonna enroll maybe 20 customers, 50 customers, whatever it is. But then number one, they're gonna drop off, right? They're never gonna pay you a single dollar ever again. And they're gonna spread a terribly bad word about you instantly, which means the next month and the month after that and after that and after that, your business is gonna just die out, right? And as I say, it's all because you don't get customer results, okay? Customer results is the main metric that we track at Scale Clients.io because it's the most important metric, right? Yes, booking more calls is important. Yes, charging high ticket is important. Yes, all these things are important. But guess what? You can only charge high ticket if you've got good customer results. You can only book more calls if you've got good customer results. You can only hit 100, 200, 300,000 a month if you've got good customer results, if your customers crush it, right? That's the only way. And so in this video, I want to go through how to create products that actually generate results and how to create products that your customers want, right? Because they both kind of tie in together. You could have a product that gets results, but it might not be one that your customers want, right? And so at that point, it doesn't matter how good the product is if there's no customers inside the product, right? If there's no customers using the product. And then on the flip side, you could have a product that everybody wants, but it doesn't deliver. So then that's gonna inevitably break as well. So how do we build products that customers want and products that actually get results? Well, there's a step-by-step process to this. Number one, you must find where your niche is hurting the most. And you need to validate this problem prior to building anything, right? Any sort of mechanism, any sort of product, you do not want to build initially. You want to figure out where your niche or where a niche's threat level 1 issue is, right? Because the inverse of that is going to be their desired transformation. So when we look at the concept we talk about the idea of how do we build something that our niche wants or that a niche wants, well, you want to build something around what your niche's desired transformation is. And the inverse of that transformation is their most painful problem. Let me give you this example. If you have a broken arm right now, I always use the example, but it explains my point very, very clearly. If you have a broken arm, number one, your most painful problem is your broken arm. You don't care about anything else. Nothing else to you matters at that point in time that your arm is broken. Nothing. No amount of money, no family, right? Nothing, you don't care about anything else other than your snapped arm, right? Might be a bit graphic, but it's true, okay? And so at that point, your only desired transformation at that point is a fixed arm. And so you want to find that problem in your niche, right? You want to find what your niche is, essentially what your niche's broken arm is. Where is their broken arm? That's actually a really good way to explain it, right? Where is your niche's broken arm? Okay, you need to figure that out. And then the inverse of that broken arm is going to be their desired transformation. Okay, and so that is how you want to position your offer, because at the end of the day, what your niche will pay you money for is for them to realize their desired transformation. That's all they're paying you for. They're not paying you for the mechanism. They're not paying you for anything else that you could think of. They're not paying you for any of that other than them wanting to realize their desired transformation. So in order for your niche to pay you, you need to figure out what their desired transformation truly, truly is. And then from there, you must validate that problem before you build anything. Don't assume your niche's desired transformation is A, right? And then go ahead and build a product, build a team, build client acquisition assets, all that type of stuff. Don't go ahead and then build all those things around transformation A. Because guess what? this is what most people do, okay? And I see this a lot in like the startup world, right? People go out, they'll build this solution, right? They'll build this software or something along those lines, right? And they'll spend 12 months building the thing. And then at the 12-month mark, once they've spent a year building the mechanism, they'll then go to market and try and market it. And they're like, holy shit, nobody wants it, right? And they've just wasted an entire 12-month span. Sometimes it's even longer than that, right? They've just wasted so much time building the thing, and then when they get to market, they're like, oh, I thought this was what people wanted, but it's actually not, right? So they've just wasted time, and they've wasted so much money in the process. So you need to first validate the problem, right, before you build any sort of mechanism. Super important and super vital. And the other thing is, just on this quickly as well, is that you can try a bunch of different transformations at once, right? You don't need to just stick to one transformation for one niche. Just whip up a bunch of different offers, right? And then just tack on, like if you don't have any pre-existing audience, go ahead and try, just do outbound prospecting, emails, cold calls, whatever, and just tack on 100 outbound prospecting messages to each offer and just see what hits, see what resonates. This way, you're bound to find a niche and an offer that hits. You can't not, because you just keep testing until you do. That's it. It's as simple as that, right? So you need to validate the problem first. Okay, that's step one. Okay, so step two is to map out every single variable inside the equation, right? So that the equation itself equals the desired transformation. Okay, this is super important, because every single desired transformation has variables in the equation, right? Meaning x plus y plus z equals the desired transformation, right? And so what you need to do here is you need to figure out what x plus y plus z is, right? What are the variables in the equation? Okay, so for example, using Scale Clients.io as an example, our customers, their desired transformation is 100K a month or beyond, right? We have some customers who join Scale Clients.io, they're already at about $1 million a year. Okay, so they're already at around like 80, 85,000, 90,000 a month, and they want to scale to like 300,000 a month, right? So whatever that is, right? Whether it's 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 a month, that's their desired transformation. Now, in that equation, in order for the desired transformation to be realized, there's a couple variables that have to be in place, right? Number one, first variable, in order for our Scale Clients.io customers to hit 100 to 300,000 a month, the first variable that has to be in place is they need to have product market fit. Meaning they need to have an offer that, they need exactly what I was mentioning in step one. Now, obviously it goes a lot deeper than what I just explained in step one, right? It's a lot deeper. Also pricing, right? The pricing needs to be on point. So that's another variable, right? They need to have an offer for a respective niche that hits, that resonates, that niche absolutely needs, right? And then they need to price that offer in a way that enables the Scale Clients.io customer to charge high ticket, but also it enables their customer, who they're actually offering their offer to, right? Their niche, they need to be able to charge high ticket, but then also the customer needs to be profitable on what they paid. They can't spend $10,000 and only make 5,000 back, right? They need to be able to spend 10,000, right? They price their offer at 10,000, but then because the actual offer itself and our customers deliver amazing results, they actually, their customer is able to generate 50,000 because they spent 10,000, whatever it is, right? And the pricing has to be in comparison to the output or the expected outcome of their offer. Okay, so that's the second variable. The third variable is they need client acquisition assets in order to book calls, right? The fourth variable is they need to be able to convert those calls from a booked call into a high paying client. The fifth variable, they need to be able to actually deliver results for their customers, right? There's a set of variables that have to be in place in order for our customers to achieve 100,000 a month or whatever their desired transformation is, right? And so that's their desired transformation, but they can't just, they can't just realize that. Right? There has to be these things in place in order for them to realize it. And so what you want to do here in step two is you want to map out those variables that are in the equation of your customer's desired transformation. Okay? And here it's super important that you only map the most important variables that have a direct impact to the desired transformation being realized. right? I see it happen so much, right? A lot of people, they'll have like this offer and they'll have like maybe like an info product or something along those lines, right? Which is just a mechanism, by the way, like an info product or coaching or done for you, like that's just a mechanism, right? But they'll have some sort of info products, and then they'll have like 400 hours of content in there, and it's like half of that stuff, probably 90% of that 400 hours or 100 hours or whatever it is of content, it's just fluff. There's no direct correlation to that having an impact on the desired outcome or desired transformation being realized. Now go back to what I said at the start of the video, right? Your customer only reason your customer is paying you is because they want to achieve their desired transformation. So anything outside of that, anything that doesn't tie into the desired transformation being realized is useless. It doesn't matter. Take it out, strip it back. If you only need 2 videos, if you only need to have 1 call with your clients, if you only need to spend 5 minutes building this one system or importing this one system into your client's business, just do that. Don't do more so it looks like your customer's getting more. Because if that 5 minutes you're spending with the client, right, or the customer, this is an extreme example, but it proves the point. You only need to spend 5 minutes with a customer and then you're somehow able to deliver their desired transformation. Just spend the 5 minutes with the customer. That's it. Right? Because they don't care how long, what they get, they don't care about any of that. This is all they care about. So deliver that and nothing else. Okay? So that's step 2. Map every single variable in the equation, right? So that the desired transformation is realized. Bear in mind as well, by this point, you should already have a couple beta customers signed on, right? Because the way in which we validate the problem up here, the way in which we validate this problem is by getting beta customers, is by getting people to pay you for them to realize the desired transformation. That's how you validate the problem, okay? So validate it, map the variables. Then step 3, this is kind of like an extension of step 2, but I'll put it as step 3, whatever. Step 3 is to figure out how to best deliver step 2. Meaning, is it gonna be done for you? Is it gonna be done with you? Is it gonna be do it yourself? Now, I will say typically, if it's a brand new offer, you want to start with done for you, because done with you will typically be in the way of leverage consulting. Now, leverage consulting, again, further is typically done through, like pre-built resources or pre-built tools or whatever it may be. And then that's where it becomes leverage, because you can send that out to 1,000 people and there's no extra input from your end. So you've built something and then you can just leverage it at scale, and that's that. But in order to make those pre-built resources or pre-built tools or whatever it is, you must know that the thing you're building the resource around actually works. Now, the way in which you know that something actually works is by doing the thing and seeing direct results come from that system or that whatever it is, right? And again, the best way to do that typically is done for you. So your first few customers typically, depending, obviously there's always exceptions, but typically you want to do done for you to ensure that you're actually able to deliver the desired transformation, right? There's no point building pre-built resources or tools around how to, achieve this desired transformation if the resource or tools, that they've not been battle tested and, you've not actually figured out whether they can actually deliver the desired transformation, because guess what's going to happen at that point? Your customers are not going to get any results. And now you know the consequences that stem from not being able to get your customers amazing results, okay? Now, step 4, okay? So off the back of step 3, once you've figured this out, again, typically you're gonna wanna start with done for you. Now what you wanna do, bear in mind, you've still got those, 3 to 5 beta customers that you signed up here. So now what you need to do is you need to deliver the desired transformation, right? For the 3 to 5 beta customers. Now, I wanna say as well here, make sure, right? Ensure that you deliver the transformation 3 times or more using the same system / protocol, okay, / deliverable, whatever you want to call it. You need to make sure that you're able to deliver, as I say, the desired transformation 3 times or more using the same system, right? Because this is key, right? Again, before you start scaling, before you start, transitioning from done for you into leverage consulting, before you start building a team, before you start bringing on more customers, you must ensure that you're able to deliver the desired transformation reliably and consistently, right? Because what that's going to do is it's not only going to give you a bunch of case studies to leverage in your marketing and in your advertising, which is going to enable you to scale even further, right? Because typically customer results speak volumes, right? They do all the talking, okay? But also, before you scale, you need to make sure that you've actually got, you can get customers results, right? Because if you can't, things are gonna break. So there's no point bringing on more customers because it's just all gonna break, right? Refunds are gonna go through the roof. Your dispute activity is gonna skyrocket. It's just not good. So you need to make sure you build the proof of concept, right? And so the way in which you do that is by using one system and use that over 3 or more clients or customers and ensure that it delivers the transformation. Now, if you bring on 3 initial beta customers, right? You've found an offer that works, that hits every time, and you brought on 3 initial beta customers or 5 initial beta customers, and you use this one system, this one protocol, this one deliverable to deliver the desired transformation. It doesn't work. That's fine. But what we now need to do is we need to use a different approach to ensure that we're able to deliver the desired transformation, and then ensure that you, for that second approach, you get 3 or more at-bats and you deliver the transformation 3 or more times with that second approach. That's step 4. Now, off the back of step 4, using kind of the reference points that you now have of being in a real life situation, delivering the transformation in a real environment. Now what you want to do is you want to reiterate / optimize delivery system itself based on the reference points you've now gained from your initial 3 to 5 beta customers. Okay, again, ensure you include only the variables / info / inputs that have a direct correlation with the transformation being realized, and cut everything else, because everything else that doesn't have a direct correlation with the transformation being realized is just drag. It's fat that you just don't need. Just cut it. Because the only things that matter are the things that have a direct correlation with the transformation being realized, because the transformation being realized is the reason your customers are going to pay you. Everything else cut, has no business being there. Okay, just cut it, just strip it. Okay, and so as I say, based on the at-bats that you've had, based on the reference points that you've now had, reoptimize, reiterate the delivery system, and make sure that the system is as optimized, as efficient, right? As reliable, consistency, okay? And as effective as it possibly can be. Super important, okay? Again, customer results. You want your delivery to be as optimized, as efficient, as reliable, and as effective as it possibly can be. Because if you just ensure that it delivers a transformation ideally every single time for every single customer, you're gonna have no issue scaling. There's gonna be no issue whatsoever. You're gonna be able to hit $1 million a month, 500,000 a month. You just are, okay? Because you get your customers' results. Once you got this locked in, step 6 is to scale, right? Just push now. You can push on the front end, you can push on the marketing, and you're gonna be able to scale because you've got the case studies to back up your claims. So now you can go out to market and you can make the boldest, craziest claims, and you've got the evidence to back those up. Okay, this is why in our advertising for Scale Clients.io, I'm super controversial about it now. I don't care. Right? I'll just say the craziest shit because we've got the evidence to back it up, and when customers come on board, they realize the product actually, delivers on the claims that we make. So, people are, oh my God, shut up, you just, making stupid claims, you can't actually do this. I'm like, cool, whatever, right? And then the customers who are like, okay, let's try it out, they come on and they realize, oh my God, all of that was true, right? Because the product actually delivers. So now you can scale, go to market, make the craziest claims you can, push it to the absolute limits, because you have that confidence. Like me now, like I get comments on YouTube, on wherever, people say like whatever, right? They're hating on what we're doing. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Because the thing that I care about most is the customers who come on board. And I know Scale Clients.io customers, they crush it every single time. The product is the best on the market. I'm 100% confident in that. So I don't care what people say, right? As I say, we can make the craziest claims in our marketing because we deliver on it. It's as simple as that. That's it. Right? I've never been more confident in a product before. So go to market now and start to scale. And one thing you'll start to find is as you scale, obviously operational complexity becomes an issue, it becomes a talking point. So then what you need to do is you need to, again, reiterate / reoptimize the delivery. Again, delivery, remember, is this up here, okay? The delivery to ensure the mechanism is scalable and important, maintains customer results at scale, right? So you need to make sure that you're not only able to scale from like a logistics standpoint, but also you're also able to maintain the results at scale. And typically that's where you then go from a done for you format into a done with you / leveraged consulting format. Okay, typically that's where you'll then make that transition when the done for you is starting to break, right? Because at scale, at 100, 200, 300,000 a month done for you, it's very, 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 very difficult to do at that scale. Okay, so that's where okay, now we need to like re-optimize, reiterate the delivery into more done with you, more leverage consulting, a more leveraged format. Okay, so that we're able to scale from a logistics standpoint, and we're also able to maintain customer results at scale. And then finally, and this is kind of like a rinse and repeat section now, which is step 8, and that's essentially to always be using your reference points, okay, with customers to increase the mechanism/deliverables. Okay, you might find that, based on, after working with 100 customers, you may find that, customers are actually not really struggling so much with this thing, they're more so struggling with this. Okay, or maybe it's like, we're finding a lot of our customers are not understanding this, or whatever it may be, right? Based on those reference points, you can then go back to the product that you've built and re-optimize it. You can then, as you said up here, right? You want to re-optimize and iterate on the delivery system itself based on the reference points that you've gained. Now, this up here was only based on the initial 3 to 5 customers. Now, after you've scaled, you've obviously brought on a bunch more customers, so you've got a lot more reference points, and so you can make the product better based on what you're hearing, the feedback, the results, and whatnot that you're seeing from customers. You can re-optimize, rebuild the product, redo it, reiterate the product based on those reference points to ensure that future customers get even better results. Guys, that is the system. That is the approach that I use every single time we create a new product, whatever it is, a new delivery system, whatever it is, right? And also, this is what we do, when we bolt on an extra deliverable, an extra mechanism, whatever, we're always asking ourselves, is this going to have a direct impact to the desired transformation for our customers being realized? If it doesn't, we don't add it in. It's as simple as that. And if it does, we add it in, right? So for example, in Scale Clients IO, we've got a head coach who I pay quite a bit of money to each and every month, right? And from a business standpoint, from a profit standpoint, that doesn't make sense, right? But from a transformation being realized for our customer's standpoint, it 100% makes sense. So I'm willing to cut into my margins to ensure that our customers are able to have a higher % chance of realization of their desired transformation, right? Even though it cuts into my profits. Just because I know that's how much I value customer results and that metric at Scale Clients IO, and you should value it too. Cut into your profits if need be. If it's gonna make your customers better results, or if it's gonna get your customers better results, do it. I promise you, it will work out in the long term. You will make more money. You'll be able to scale to higher heights in the long run. People focus on the wrong things. They focus on book calls. They focus on, the front end, sales, all this stuff. And you need to focus on that. Don't get me wrong. But if this stuff isn't in place, if you don't have a strong product market fit, you aren't solving, this first point is where everything stems from, right? If you aren't solving a true threat level 1 issue for your customers, they're not gonna take action. They're not gonna bite your hand off at your offer. They're just not, right? And even if they do, you found it, great stuff. But then if you're not able to deliver on it, you're not gonna be able to scale either. So you gotta start here, because everything else becomes so easy at that point. Your outbound prospecting starts to absolutely crush it without changing anything at the outbound prospecting level, right? You don't change anything there. You just focus on the offer and the deliverables, right? The customer results. You focus here, the outbound prospecting instantly becomes far more effective. Your ads start to become more effective. Your conversion rates start to just skyrocket, right? The price at which you can charge your offer massively increases, right? Because the deliverable, the output, the outcome of your offer increases. So you can charge more, right? So you're more profitable. You can scale to higher heights. Everything stems from this, guys. So as always, I hope you found value. If you want to get this stuff implemented, because obviously this was a very, very, very much of a 30,000 foot view of this entire process. This is exactly what we dive deep into inside of Scale Clients IO. Obviously, we dive deep into inside of the Scale Clients IO content, but also we get, we work one-on-one with you at Scale Clients IO. Myself personally and my team, we work directly one-on-one with you. You join a one-on-one Slack channel with myself and my team where we just work one-on-one. We keep everything extremely efficient, extremely effective. And again, we practice what we preach, right? So the reason we actually join a one-on-one Slack channel with you, you get imported into our Slack, is because that's pretty much where all of our customers' results stem from, right? The content inside of Scale Clients IO is amazing, but it's also broad, right? So it gives you the insights, it gives you the system, and then the one-on-one, we work directly with you to get the system imported directly into your specific business, into you know, your specific niche, your specific offering at your specific stage, right? We have customers join Scale Clients IO who are already at 100,000 a month, right? So customers who join Scale Clients IO at 100K a month need to do a very different set of activities to that of a customer who joins Scale Clients IO who's only at 0 a month. And so that's where the one-on-one comes into play, right? We work specifically with you and where you're at, okay? And we scale you. That's it. It's as simple as that. So if you want to scale, you want to hit 50, you want to hit 100 a month, you want to hit 200 a month, wherever it is, wherever you're currently at, you want to get to the next level, book in a call below. Scale Clients IO will work with you. If you get accepted, that's it. You won, right? It's literally as simple as that. So book in a call below. And as always, I hope you found this video valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.